Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for August 8th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, August 8th, 1866, Mathew Henson was born. He was an African-American explorer who worked closely with Robert Peary. Their most famous expedition was a 1909 voyage, which was claimed to be the first to reach the North Pole. Also, on this day in 1974, President Richard Nixon announced that he would resign the next day. His decision followed news stories about his involvement in the Watergate scandal, a break-in at the offices of the Democratic National Committee during the 1972 presidential campaign. And on this day in 2005, the U.S. Energy Policy Act of 2005 was signed into law by President George W. Bush. Among hundreds of other ideas for improving the use of energy in the United States, the act extended daylight savings time, effective in 2007, to begin 3 weeks earlier on the second Sunday of March and to end a week later on the first Sunday of November. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the saying, break a leg. Actors often say, break a leg to one another before going on stage in order to tell one another good luck. Now you might ask, why say break a leg instead of good luck? Well, actors are very superstitious, and some believe that saying good luck will actually bring bad luck. Some actors also believe that you should never say the last line of a play during the dress rehearsal, and that you should never whistle in a theater. They think it's a good idea to say to their friends, break a leg.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what kind of bird has the longest beak in proportion to its body? The answer is the sword-billed hummingbird. Their beaks are 4 inches or 10.2 centimeters long, and that's about the same size as their bodies. Their long bills are perfectly designed to drink nectar out of flowers with long tube-like petals. These strange-looking birds live in South America.
Health tips.
Your hair and nails are made of a substance called keratin. The word keratin comes from a Greek word keras, which means horn. That's because keratin is also found in the horns of bulls and the hooves of goats. The keratin in our fingernails and toenails make them strong, but nails can be torn, which can cause lots of pain to the skin below. And that's the reason to keep your nails well trimmed and the ends smooth, so nails can't catch on something and rip. Be careful with your keratin. Instead of using gas, some cars use a special kind of fuel called diesel fuel. Many cars that burn diesel fuel can also run off vegetable oil. Well, before the vegetable oil can be used, it has to go through a special process to take some things out that aren't good for the car and put other things in. At the end of this process, vegetable oil turns into biodiesel fuel. You can go on the internet to see if anyone is making biodiesel fuel near you. If you find any local biodiesel producers, you might be able to take your used vegetable oil to them to get recycled. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.